A 1979 Ferrari 308, body by Pininfarina. Okay, so all the 308s were GTS, right? Hey, all the 308s were GTS, right?
No, you had the coupes as well, the GTBs as well.
Okay, so this one is?
Est-ce que c'est votre voiture?
Pardon?
Est-ce que c'est votre voiture?
Oui.
Ben en gros, on vous a fait rentrer tantôt à 0 prix.
Ouais, faut
Mais finalement, l'arrangement, c'est 10 $.
Ouais, je le sais, mais il n'y a personne qui a collecté.
Ben c'est ça, je suis venu.
This has been an overwhelmingly great show here in Chambly, Quebec. I mean, look at it, right by the river. It's a perfect summer day. It's like 21, 22 degrees Celsius. It's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I am just thrilled. I can't say I've been to many car shows where I've seen more than one Ferrari. The only other one I know of was St. Lambert a few years ago. And this guy here, he's like me, he's from Montreal. You know, even though I was in my friend's Corvair and I got charged $10, it doesn't matter. It's, even though I'm a poor guy, it's what's here. It's the setting. Everything is everything is. I'm at a loss of words. Conducive. That's the term I was looking for. Conducive. Boy, you can't help think of Magnum PI, eh? This is rubber, right? Oh, that's metal. What's your name again? Bernie. Elton, like Elton John. Nice to meet you guys. Tell me something. I always thought those bumpers were rubber, and then I touch it. I'm like, no, that feels like metal or something.
What do you want to?
It's rubber.
You want to eat here? You want to eat there?
Well, if you're going to eat here, you better have a lunch because there's a long line at that food truck.
I got my own lunch.
There you go. Mr. Well, I'm not going to say that online. Thank you very much.
They offer courses on Polish family
Pizza.
Pizza.
Like the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Pizza.
Jevski. That's it.
Are you also Italian?
I'm Italian, but I'm considered a fake Italian.
Why?
Because I was born here.
Oh, come on.
And I like cuisine.
So
Hot dogs.
well, look, I'm part Irish and more Quebecois, and it's like big deal. So is like half the province practically. Well, this, I was like, I couldn't believe he opened this. This is where the fuel goes. Can you believe that? So nobody comes along and siphons your gas out of your Ferrari, you know? And you said there's how many? 160,000 miles? Kilometers?
135,000.
Miles or kilometers?
136, 200.
And how long have you had this car?
Almost 20 years.
But I wasn't sure. At first I'm like, oh, it's a Ferrari. But then I went to go look inside to be sure. It's like, no, I don't want, you know, it's a kit car or something.
No, ain't no kit cars here, man.
Now, I'm not a Ferrari expert like you. So this is a V6 or a V8?
V8.
It is a V8. How many cubic inches around?
It's a 3-liter.
And what is it, dual carb?
4 carbs.
Now you can open that if you'd like me, sure. If you don't mind, Bernie, because I'm a very a meticulous person, you know. If you saw my artwork, you'd be like... Now, guys, mind you, I noticed, okay, it's a driver, okay, so it's not perfect. The guy enjoys his car. That's what it's meant for. Look at this. You got your data plate here. Vehicle emission control information. Where's this car from originally? Do you know the history?
It's a car imported for the U.S. market. So same criteria for Canada.
So it could have been from California.
No. This is a car for Canada.
Man, there's not a ton.
Because it's a metric speedometer. It's in kilometers.
Jesus, how the hell do you access the other side of the motor? You don't?
You do. You need to change your parts. You just go like this. Go like this.
Come on.
And you do it by feel. And you pray that this doesn't fall.
So in other words, you drive it less, so you don't have to do a tune-up ever.
No,
right?
Not bad.
How many cubic inches do you think this is?
It's a 3-liter. So
I was going to say it looks...
29, 98.
You know, it's funny, my friend Scott, who has a YouTube channel like me, goes by the name of Cold War Motors in Alberta. He has a friend who has a 79, I think, as well. I think it's identical to this. Oh, wow.
They were the same thing. You should buy it.
Well, thanks guys for bringing this. This is really cool. I mean, I live to go to car shows to see things I've never seen before because, you know, Montreal, like, I'll be honest, I'm very old school. Okay? Like you, I like old buses and trucks. And you really don't see as many cool cars as you used to for different reasons.
Construction, body,
yeah,
road is awful.
Types of people that live in the city now.
Guys don't like to take them out. I'll drive.
People are afraid to drive their cars.
I take it to church, for God's sakes. I have fun with that.
You know, and so you have to go off island. You have to go to shows to see stuff that you've never seen before. You know.
Yeah.
What else can you tell me about this before I stop the old recording there?
Nancy était avec toi?
This is where it stops for me, where everyone says, what's your next car? I said, no, this is where it stops for me. This
Would you do me a favor, and if you don't mind, and indulge me and my viewers, since I have like 37,000 subscribers, if that means anything. Would you mind firing that up for a minute? Because it's not every day you hear a V8 from a Ferrari, you know, and especially something that's almost as old as I am. And frankly, I think that this is the cutoff line as to the oldest V8, the oldest Ferrari I've ever seen. I would obviously, like you guys, love to see the really old stuff, but you've never seen.
A lot of the older cars.
No, sorry. The oldest one I ever saw was actually, oddly enough, after my brother's wedding in Dorval. It was at a reception hall on Monte del Yes, and it was a '67 Ferrari parked at the motel there, and it was black. I never forgot that because I took the picture. Because before video, I took photos. There's thousands of photos at home. I'm a sick man. My whole apartment is like a transportation museum. Don't ask me if I'm married or have kids or anything. Cars, all time cars. And trucks and buses. Then you guys can go have lunch. You're ready, eh? You're hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Bernardo better than Bernie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like details. It's so weird because it doesn't sound like a V8. It sounds more like a 6. Am I crazy? Is it because I love American cars?
It's a stock exhaust. Nothing fancy.
Ah, yes. I smell those earth-killing fumes, baby. Right on. Long live the internal combustion engine. No, I know, but you know, like seriously, I've come to a point where like I'm against electric cars. I don't even want to go into it. I think it's a scam on the public.
Skoda engines, 4 cylinders.
What?
Glued together.
Come on. I'm still a bit gullible. Thank you very much, Bernie. Really nice of you guys. You guys are a perfect example of like you never assume just because somebody has a car like this that's an exotic, that doesn't mean they're snob or anything. You know.
It's not an exotic, it's a collectible. That's all it is.
Exactly, it's a collector car.